Armenians in Egypt. Arab Republic of Egypt. Capital and largest city, Cairo. Official languages: Arabic. Ethnic groups: 99% Egyptians, 0.9% Nubians, 0.1% Greeks. Hemonym: Egyptian. Government: Semi-Presidential Republic. Republic of Egypt is a country mainly in North Africa, with the Sinai Peninsula forming a land bridge in Southwest Asia. Thereby, Egypt is a transcontinental country, and is considered to be a major power in North Africa, Mediterranean region, African continent, Al Basin, Islamic world and the Red Sea. The large areas of the Sahara Desert are sparsely inhabited. About half of Egypt's residents live in urban areas, with the majority spread across the densely populated centers of Greater Cairo, Alexandria and other major cities in the Nile Delta. Egypt is famous for its ancient civilization and some of the world's most famous monuments, including the Giza Pyramid Complex and its Great Sphinx. The southern city of Luxor contains numerous ancient artifacts, such as the Karnak Temple and the Valley of the Kings. Egypt is widely regarded as an important political and cultural nation of the Middle East. Armenians in Egypt are a community with a long history. They are a minority with their own language, schools, churches, and social institutions. The number of Armenians in Egypt is decreasing due to migrations to other countries and a return migration to Armenia. They number about 6,000, concentrated in Cairo and Alexandria, the two largest Egyptian cities. History: Armenian migration to Egypt started in the beginning of the 19th century. Historians trace the migration of Armenians to Egypt to antiquity during the Third Dynasty, with a notable increase under Byzantine rule. Before the Armenian genocide, voluntary migration. Their presence in Egypt is well documented, particularly during and after the Muslim conquest, in which Armenian converts to Islam participated. Wardan, Vartan el-Rumi, the Raud were the Christians of Anatolia established a market in Fusta known as the Vartan Market. During the Abbasid era, the courage of the Armenian Emir Ali ibn Yahya, who was versed in the science of war, is praised by the medieval Islamic historian Ibn Takribari. Fatimid period. This was a prosperous period for the Armenians in Egypt, when they enjoyed commercial, cultural and religious freedom. Their numbers increased considerably as more migrants arrived from Syria and Palestine, fleeing the advance of the Seljuks westward during the second half of the 10th century. Mamluk period. Thousands of young Armenians, captured during invasions of the Armenian Kingdom of Cilicia, which took place between 1266 and 1375, were brought to Egypt as Mamluks, or slave soldiers. They were employed in agriculture and as craftsmen. The youngest were educated in army camps following the Mameluke system, and later employed in the army and the palace. Haytham II took the throne in his early 20s, when his father Selim II died in 1292. Cilician Armenia was invaded by Kabul, the Mamluk Sultan of Egypt. At the beginning of the 14th century, the schism occurred in the Armenian Church, which caused Patriarch Sargis of Jerusalem to request and obtain a firman from the Sultan al-Malik al-Nasir. This brought the Armenians within the Mamluk realm under the jurisdiction of the Armenian Patriarchate of Jerusalem. The statue of Nubar Pasha, at the entrance of Alexandria's Opera House. After the Armenian genocide, forced migration. The landmark of the Armenian migration is the Armenian genocide, which started in April 24, 1915. The Armenian communities in Egypt received a large percentage of the refugees and survivors of the massacres and genocide. They increased the numbers of the Armenians in Egypt to reach its peak in 1927 census data, where their total number was 17,188 inhabitants, most of whom were concentrated in Cairo and Alexandria. Today, most Egyptian Armenians today, who are permanent residents of Egypt, were born in Egypt and are Egyptian citizens. Armenia to them are folkloric stories and cultural practices that they each generation hands them to the successor generation. Armenian Egyptians are full Egyptians with an extra cultural layer. Politics. Egyptian Armenians are very rarely involved in present-day Egyptian politics, unlike the Armenian minorities in Lebanon and Syria. However, many are employed in different political and apolitical Egyptian institutions. The Armenian Church and the apolitical structure of the institutions in the Egyptian Armenian community have a very important role in unifying the Armenians in Egypt. Culture. The Armenian community operates a number of associations including the Armenian Red Cross Association, the Armenian General Benevolent Union, Hausatar Cultural Association. The community has 4 social clubs in Cairo and 2 in Alexandria, in addition to 3 sporting clubs in the capital and 2 in Alexandria. There is 1 home for the elderly, and many activities for young people, including a dance troupe, Zangsur, a choir, Zabornats, and a children's choir, Dizangasn. Journalism. Sports. There are a number of sports clubs including HomeNet Mentgamp, Alex Nabria founded in 1912, HomeNet Mandararat, Cairo founded in 1914, HomeNet Mentnuber, Alexandria founded in 1924, HomeNet Mentnuber, Cairo founded in 1958, St. Teresa Club Cairo founded in 1969. Sports played include association football, soccer, basketball and table tennis. Almost all the clubs also have scouting activities. Schools and institutions. Era Bed, Baga, Kuluz, Statue, enclosed in Armenian schools. Church. Armenian Egyptians are divided into Armenian Apostolic, known also as Orthodox, or at times Gregorian belonging to the Armenian Apostolic Church, and Armenian Catholic communities, belonging to the Armenian Catholic Church.
Աշխարհումս իմ ընդունիս Բեմուրվատիս մուրվատշունիս Աշխարհումս իմ ընդունիս Բեմուրվատիս մուրվատշունիս Ռոշների